Oh, hi there. My name is Izzy. This video is gonna be about basically overstimulation for me. This is different for everybody. I mean, all of these videos are technically different from everybody because everybody is different. Nobody is exactly the same. There are some similarities though, and I have this little button that I keep clicking. It's from like a little laser pointer, and I just keep clicking it. So I'm just gonna try and not do that. I yeah. Um. So basically, overstimulation for me is like, I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of like when I was in school and there was, not that I don't know how to fit in. I didn't know how to fit in anyway, but it was basically like, say in the lunchroom. That's the best example I can give, where everybody's crowded around, super loud. It sounds like everybody's yelling. I mean, they are. Mother says they're not. I would say they were, stuff like that, and I still kind of believe that, like when I go places and stuff. And so basically, it's like too much sound or sight, smell, things like that just enter my brain and like can't filter it out. So like, say if one person's talking to me and another person's talking to me at the same time, I'll get lost very easily because there will be two different conversations at once, and it's just like my brain just doesn't like that. And it's the same when I go places. Like, say I go to the mall. I generally need my headphones. I just have like little earbuds that I use because they work very well at. They're very, very good earbuds too. I can't remember the brand name or anything like that, but they are like super bassy and stuff like that. And I like the sound of bass, but they also help with like drowning out the sound around me. Like I'll play like classical music and just stare down at my feet and just, because too much around me, and I start like either counting to try and I like count to four, like on my fingers, 1 2 3 4 4 3 2 1. I do that silently. I do like sometimes like this, as if I'm like gonna start, as if I'm gonna punch somebody, but I'm not. I mean, I feel like I want to, because if I do, then everybody would just stop. But I know you're not supposed to do that. I also say stuff to my mother like, "Hey, let's get duct tape so I can duct tape people's mouths shut," because it sounds like everybody's yelling, even though she's like, "No, no one's yelling," stuff like that. So basically, it's like going to the mall or school or anything like that is just too much entering my brain. And when that happens, I tend to, as I just said, I tend to like, I'll either clench my fist, I'll like play with my fingers. I used to rip the seams of my clothing, which I don't do well, I still do, but not as bad, thankfully, because there's a lot of shirts that I have that I like, and pants and stuff like that. It still does happen, but it's not as bad. Stuff like that, and I'll just try to stare at the floor and drown everything out, because I can't filter all the stuff. It all sounds like it's one big blur together, and I don't know how else to explain that. I hope that explained that well. Or like, if I go to like a place like IHOP or something, I mean, keep in mind I don't go anywhere alone. There's always someone with me, but something like that, I always like, I'll like start rocking in my seat or something along those lines, and just stuff, things like that. And I'll go very quiet. It's easier to talk on a webcam, or, I mean, not talk on a webcam, but talk to myself basically, because I have like bullet points and, stuff listed out, which is why I keep looking away for a second. And I mean, I look away anyway because eye contact with myself is even uncomfortable. But what was I saying? I can't remember. I have like no memory whatsoever. My neuropsychologist said like if I go shopping, I should like always bring lists and stuff, because if I don't, I will go to the store for like 5 things and come back with 1, and 5 more or 4 more trips to the store basically. So yeah, memory bad. Oh yeah, IHOP. I will. I don't know. IHOP actually isn't that bad. Going to stores like grocery shopping and stuff. That's another thing I don't exactly do alone, because it is, I don't know, there's just too much, and I start, I guess, freaking out. It's also kind of like, I also have anxiety, so panic attacks as well, and those are not fun either. Either way, I end up like, I'll freeze up regardless, even if I don't feel like scared or out of place or anything. I'll freeze up. Like if I go to, like if somebody's like taking my order at a fast food place, I will just, I will freeze up. Unless it's a place that I always go to, and then in which case I always tend to get the thing that I always like to get, because it's just what I do. It's my fail-safe, I guess. And I know it. Easy, so change bad. So that's with like sensory stuff, like sound and stuff like that, and how I try to alleviate it, I guess, through stimming. I think that's why stimming is. I think that's why. I don't really pay attention to it because I just do it, I guess, if that makes sense. That's just like sensory stuff. I mean, I guess emotional is sensory stuff too. Emotional is, as for that, when I get, did I already make this video? I have a feeling I already made this. I am checking real quick. I am sorry about that. It's loading. I could have sworn I made this. Oh, no, I made shit tons of meltdowns. Okay, so, anyway. I'm not gonna cut this. I'm just gonna upload it as is, because I like doing it that way. Oh no. Am I recording my microphone properly? Advanced audio properties, mic, yes, line 1, good. Okay. There. Okay, sorry. Sorry about that. I was checking my mic settings. I'm using OBS to record this, and I have like different audio tracks, and and if I want to upload it raw footage, I don't want to like, have to put it through Vegas and all that stuff. Great. I lost my train of thought. What was I saying? Oh yes. Sensory stimulation as opposed to emotional. I mean, with sensory stuff, it does get emotional. I will get angry. I will feel like I'm about to like scream, or I mostly resort to crying. My sensory overloads used to result in screaming and meltdowns and stuff when I was younger. Meltdowns are still a thing for me. However, I'm not screaming bloody murder to the point where people are calling the police on me, like they did when I was a little kid, because they thought I was either being abused, and the doctors said, oh, he's just ADHD, he just wants attention. Anyway, I had very bad doctors. We were poor. I couldn't see psychologists or anything like that. We had no money. We still technically don't, but mother's new insurance, I'm covered by it for a bit longer. I should be getting government assistance with that for insurance and stuff like that. So that'll be nice, because yeah, we currently don't like have a primary care physician or whatever those guys are called, or anything like that. So with, what am I at? 10 minutes? Okay. I don't want to put this over like 40 minutes or anything like that. So Oh yeah, I'm so sorry. Uh, Sensory and emotional, as I said, the sensory can get emotional. Like I will get angry. I mostly end up just crying a lot, and that it starts with the anger. It starts with the anger. It just builds up, and it's just this rage that's terrible. And then once if that gets out, I end up crying uncontrollably, stuff like that, and I will go into a meltdown. I start like clawing my arms and stuff like that. Not gonna go into details about that because it's not fun. Because originally, before we knew um what was wrong with my brain, I'm doing the Disney point because this isn't you don't point like this because I can't remember who it's offensive to. This is not offensive in any country, so you can like, it's like, where's the bathroom? Over there. um I don't know why I do that. Anyway, sorry. um Meltdowns, I'm not going to actually get into that like too much other than saying that they're not fun. And before I got diagnosed and wouldn't know why, depression would follow after because I would just question myself like, why am I like this? Why am I not able to control myself? Stuff like that. And that's... You're not even that fat. How did you make that big of a thud? How did you thud? You're so small. My cat jumped off his cat tree and made a big thud. I don't know if my mic picked that up. So yeah, they got confused and thinking I was depressed. Sorry, that is a different topic. I'm so sorry. I mean, I guess that goes along with emotional. So the emotional part is basically overstimulation. It starts with anger and just everything. Like it ends up being too much, and I guess it just like overloads and I have to let it out. I don't understand it personally. I just feel it, I guess. And I am very bad at just that in general. Emotional overstimulation and stuff like that is, say like I'm trying to help a friend or something like that and I want them to feel better. I don't generally understand how, and my friends say people want not sympathy, empathy, and I do feel empathetic. It's just I don't exactly know how to show it, so I try to help using the best way that I know how, which is logical, and that just ends up making things worse. And all I want to do is help them, and it just, when it's not working, I feel bad, and then there's just too much, and like I feel like even worse, they either just not talk to me ever again or something along those lines. And I try to keep my heart in a good place, I guess. But yeah. I don't know what the best way to say like an emotional overstimulation would be like, because the only one that I can think of is basically when I was already overstimulated and the next day got broken up with after what was it? It was a 3 or 4 year relationship, and that did not go over very well. That was like the worst meltdown I've ever had, which is going to be a topic for another video. It's still not exactly a thing I want to talk about yet, which is why I put it off. Somebody commented something a while ago saying, how have relationships gone for you? And I'll just say not that well. So how do I deal with overstimulation personally? That's a hard one to answer. I guess stimming in general, like just whatever, right? I don't know. Um, I do. So when I'm at home and I'm overstimulated, I have a stuffed Pikachu. Yes, I love my stuffed Pikachu. I don't know. I just if I say like I'm playing Blade and Soul or something like that, and just overstimulated from that. Yes, it does happen from games as well. Like if I play like too much Fortnite, just there's too much stuff. I haven't played Fortnite in forever though, and I don't know. My Pikachu helps. I don't know why. It just does. And I'm like chewing the ears and stuff. I don't know. That was just a silly demonstration. That was bad. I really want to cut that out, but I don't. I want to upload this as raw footage because I want people to understand better, I guess. Anyway, how? Yeah, that's one of the ways I deal with it. My stuffed Pikachu. Sadly, I can't bring it everywhere. Something about ostrich. I don't know that word. Basically, being more of an outcast than you already are. I know the definition, but I don't know how to say it. And I I care, and at the same time, I don't care. Like, I don't care if people judge me, but at the same time, I do. Like, if they're staring at me, because I do not like being stared at, even by my parents or anything. Like, they'll do that as a joke sometimes. They'll be like, they'll just stare at me, and it'll make me uncomfortable. I think it has to go along with eye contact, because if they're staring at you and you look at them, you're gonna be eye to eye, sort of, and it's just no. That I think that's the part that bothers me, because people have called me many things and it never actually really bothers me. I don't care. You can call me whatever you want. And I don't care. I'm me. I'm for the most part I'm happy being me. Yeah. So if I'm in public and overstimulated, that's why I have my earbuds with me, and because the earbuds will they won't completely drown out sound anyway, which is okay, I guess. It helps dampen the sound, I guess, but that's why I end up putting like classical music on and just put it up just loud enough so it drowns out everything else. So all I'm focusing on is whatever music I'm listening to. Generally, it's classical music. I really like classical music. Classical things like I do like techno, but I won't listen if I'm overstimulated. I can't do that. One reason why I'd never go to a rave, because I would not handle that at all. Classical, I'll listen to like Celtic music or like big band music. I really like big band music. I don't know. I hope my mic picked that up, because I just looked at my cat and he meowed at me. You gonna do it again? Meow? No, now he's just raising his paws if he can slap me and like give me attention. Okay, whatever. I'm not gonna pick him up because he doesn't like being picked up. Well, he likes me picking him up, but it's very. I don't know how to explain it. Like I could pick him up and fly him around like he's Superman, and he doesn't care. Anybody else picks him up, he's just like, screw that. I don't trust you. Another reason I don't pick him up is because I think I'm developing an allergic reaction to cats, because I notice every time I pet him, I end up getting super itchy and stuff all over. And I think that also has to do with the dry skin. Like, I have super bad dry skin, like chronic dry skin, which I'm going to be seeing a doctor about soon. Anyway. So, yeah, again, how I deal with overstimulation in public is I'll have my headphones in, or I'll be staring at the ground. Stimulatory behavior, and that's essentially it, right? Yeah. At, at home, or sorry, if I can get out of the situation, I will. I'm all over the place. I need better bullet points. I know this. I am so sorry. My mind just goes from one thought to another. I look over, see a cat. It's just like, ooh, cat. And then off about cat and wind chimes and sound of wind chimes. And, yeah. So if I'm overstimulated, all that stuff, or I'll try to get out of the situation and, or if I can, I'll like go find a corner, I'll sit in a corner and I'll just hide there until whatever's done is done. Because, yes. And I feel kind of bad when people try to talk to me. Because if I'm already overstimulated, I'm not talking. Another thing about overstimulation, like at home, like before I was gonna make this video, I was trying to find my shirt because I have to do my laundry, so I only have like one or two shirts, and I was trying to find it, and I couldn't find it, and I was just annoyed because it wasn't where I put it, and there was repetitive speech. I was like, where's my shirt? Where's my shirt? Where's my shirt? And I was feeling anger build up and stuff like that. How I generally help that if I'm at home, if I can catch it in time, either I'll watch something light, or I'll listen to light music, play piano. I know it's weird for my age, but I do watch cartoons. I don't really... I do watch other stuff, but at the same time it's hard to keep up mentally with all that stuff. Sorry. So I don't really care. I mean, people can call me weird for that, whatever. It helps because it's not all that extra stuff that you have to think, and like it's basically things that don't make you have to think, which is good for me. And I feel like there's so much more that I'm missing, and I just can't. I'm so sorry about this. I am just like, that's gotta be extremely awkward because I just go quiet, and as I said, I don't want to cut this out because I want people to understand that just because, someone like me, I mean, I generally pass as normal, sort of. I don't really talk much in public because overstimulated and speaking difficult, so other people speak for me generally. But yeah, I don't want to cut it out because I don't want people to be like, Basically, I had a friend. She never hung out. She wasn't a friend. She lived on my street. She never hung out with me. I think I only hung out with her like once or twice. She found out that I was autistic, and she was like, "Oh, you're not that autistic." And it's just like, yeah, because you know me. She doesn't. She doesn't. She's never seen me have a meltdown or anything like that. And that's essentially why I don't want to cut this video up or edit the video down, because I want people to understand, like, it does take time to process things. And on my papers, I essentially had slow processing speeds, below average, basically below average everything, sadly. Academic wise, that was just because I failed in school. It's not that I'm not intelligent, it's just I couldn't handle it, I guess. I mean, yeah, I can retain knowledge once I learn it. It's just using it and things along those lines, it's difficult. Sorry, the cat's scratching the carpet. That was a perfect thing, because he's just like, what? Me? Me? Are you talking about me? You're a good cat, Kirk. That's his name. Screw it, I'm gonna pick him up. Here, kitty. Come here. Oh, kitty. Oh, he's not having that. Sorry. I did not pick him up properly. I'm sorry about that, Kirk. You're a good cat, though. He really is a good cat. He's very tame. Oh no, there's cat fur all over my hands. Nope, stay out of the windowsill. I know you want to jump into that windowsill, but that one doesn't open up all the way. I think I'm just gonna stop this here. What? I'm looking at the list that I made, and literally all I wrote down was mall, Disney, gaming, emotion. So I don't really have much to work with here because I didn't prepare properly. I wanted to get this done. I wanted to record this yesterday, but I couldn't. I was too tired and everything. I guess I want to say, like, there are some sensory issues for things at home, such as, like, if I'm doing the dishes, there's certain types of plastics, stuff along those lines that I don't know how to explain it. My stepdad doesn't understand. He doesn't understand much anything about me, I guess. Anyway, so there's these, like, certain types of plastics, and I have to wash them, and washing these plastics, it's like I can feel every single little groove in the plastics or something along those lines. If it's not smooth, or like my mug, like a super smooth ceramic and literally just smooth, then I can't do it, because there's just I don't know how to explain it. There's too much. It angers me a lot, and I don't know why. But yeah. Oh yeah, things like unfurnished wood as well. I can't touch that. Unfurnished wood, certain pans, if they're not like smoothed out on the inside, like skillets. I can't, no. And that would always be fun, because before I knew sensory issues and stuff, when my friend told me, and then he's like, oh, I think you might be autistic, you should definitely go see a doctor. And my mother was like, well, what credibility does he have, other than that he's an actual psychologist and he's worked with students with special needs and stuff. But that's one reason why my mother was like, okay, you know what, yeah. And so I started reading up more and more about it, and she was like, okay, yeah. Sorry, I just went off on a random thing again, and I forgot what I was talking about. I really gotta script this. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. Screw it. I'm just gonna end it here because I don't know what else to do. I will upload it like this. If there's anything that I missed, as like every other video, because I always miss stuff, please ask me in the comments. I will reply. Either that, or if it's like something completely different than the video, I will make another video. Sorry, I don't know why that was so hard to think of. But yeah, leave a comment if I missed anything. Ask me something. My friend, by the way, my friend, she was asking me about the process of getting diagnosed, and I think I covered that I covered that in my very first video, so that should be good. Yeah. I'm gonna go re-watch that just in case, because if I didn't, then I guess I'll remake that. It'll be like Getting Diagnosed Part 2 or 2.0 or something like that. But I'm pretty sure I covered most of the bases. So, yeah. Also, tell me, how does... Oh, jeez. That's this side, because it's... I don't know why. Something about this side's bothering me. Why? What is it? My hair's sticking out. I don't like when my hair sticks out, and I don't like facial hair. I mean, I don't have a problem with facial hair. It's just it hurts. That sounds silly, I know. But if it gets too long and even past that awkward itching phase, it still hurts. I don't understand why. I have very sensitive skin. As I said, I have like chronic dry skin. God, I did it again. What was I talking about? I am so sorry about this. Wow. I am not good at this whatsoever. Oh yes, webcam quality. I don't know why I'm recording in 60 FPS. This webcam is 30 FPS. Whatever. How does the camera quality look? I'm not using my phone for this one. I'm using my webcam and my microphone that's mounted to my desk with Reaper plugins to try to drown out the sounds of the fans, which, funny enough, I have turned off, which is kind of silly because this mic picks up absolutely everything. Like, listen. That's under the desk. I did that under the desk. So, yeah, how's the webcam quality? Stuff like that. It's nice not having to hold my phone and like swivel in my chair constantly and other stuff like that. So, 30 minutes. Yeah, this is a done video. So sorry it lasted so. Do you have to go outside, Athena? Athena, come here. Here, I want to show Athena real quick. Athena, come here. Oh, it's because my mom's dog is on her bed. Oh, she doesn't. She doesn't want to come over here. She's like, I want to go lay down on bed, but there's a dog on here. He's not even really on there. His head is on there, and she's just a princess. What do you want, Checkers? Check is a little terrier mutt dog, and he's a jerk. That's all. He's a jerk to my cat and the other dogs. He was a jerk to my dog, the Great Dane, that just climbed up on the couch in the background. I don't know if my webcam picked it up. Picked up her shiny tag, though. And this was when he first got her, and he was a jerk to her, and she was just not having any of that. He learned never to mess with her again, and she felt terrible because he had to get a few stitches. Nothing like that's ever happened again, though. They are very good together. Like, they basically like sleep together, stuff like that. And, like, lay down together, and they do everything together now. Okay, yep, sorry. I just went off on another thing again. So, yeah, goodbye.